All right. So we're going to start off with Matt and start you've got a listing now. What?
Alrighty, so yeah, the market's changing. I'm sure all of you know that by now. Houses are sitting on the market longer. So it's super important to stress these open houses. Um, we have a lot of new agents and they're not experienced with the market that we're going into. So it's important to come up with the marketing strategy when you do get a listing. A lot of houses that get exposed to the MLS end up going for more on the market just because of other agents being in the know, and it's something that shouldn't be overwhelming if it's planned well. So in this presentation, we're going to go over the proper steps of what to do when you get a listing and how to navigate that. So if you want to go to the next slide. So what can we do? First, you would just tell the listing, the person you were listing the house with, what your plan will be. Just so you tell everything up front, what your plan is, just make them more comfortable with what you're doing. The houses will sell pretty fast, but it's important just to tell them what the process is, be super transparent with them. Do some research, work with your MTS to promote these open houses. Just communicate with them and just make sure everything is super transparent. If you want to go to the next slide. So planning. This basic plan ranges from promoting the open house, working with your manager to come up with the plan, telling other agents in the office that you have a listing, telling other agents and other brokerages that you have a listing. So there's a multitude of things that should be done for each listing that you have. And if you want to go to the next slide. So this is a plan. Each plan will probably be different between different managers. So it goes through a checklist, including scheduling open houses, preparing open houses, promoting it to other brokers. So this could be done by scrubbing all the data from the MLS and finding other agents that way. And then also you can send out an email to your office through KB Core to other agents that you have a listing coming on. So this is a pretty in-depth plan, but it's super easy when you work with us. So just make sure that whenever you get a listing, let us know, and then we'll be happy to help you out.
Can I squeak in a question, or do you want to just keep presenting?
No, you can absolutely ask a question.
Okay. Sharing the listing with other agents. We have a system now for sharing it within our office. Hopefully it gets expanded to sharing it to other Weichert agents and other Weichert offices. But certain communities will have certain agents that are pretty active, either with listings or with the sales in that. And you said you could scrub the MLS. Is that us like going in one at a time and trying to get emails and phone numbers of other agents, or is there some kind of more import system where we could download a big list and then import it?
Yeah, there is a system where we can export it. So you would just look up the brokerage and then find the agents underneath. And then you could also find other agents based on the sales that they've made. So say you have a listing in the 300-400 area, you'd want to find other agents that have worked with those type of homes. Or say you have someone who wants to downsize, you would want to target agents who have sold homes that are, say, 150% above that, and then just let those agents know, because they probably have a buyer who is looking to downsize. So it's something we can do super easy for you and show you.
Out of the MLS or somewhere else, some other system?
Yes, the MLS. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Matt, I have a couple of questions. So where can we get this listing marketing checklist?
So I know the managers have different versions, but I can certainly get you one.
All right, and then just so I make sure I understand, so the My Weichert playbook rather, that will get the word out to the,
Agents in your office.
just in my
and then
office, not the
anything-
other Weichert offices.
Yeah, anything outside of that, you would just go through us to push up the ladder. So the
You
other
can't- Use the MTS to get it to the other offices?
yes, so we can mass email the other offices that we have, but then we also have the just listed emails that Julianne sends out that we could send out, so she can send out to the rest of the company.
Okay, but we have to work through you to get that going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
just as Matt said earlier, your MTS could also work with you to download and help you upload into My Weichert a list of brand X agents or other Weichert offices that you could hashtag in your contacts. The whole idea of not letting it, just through the listing playbook be able to send to multiple offices is just trying to prevent there being, a barrage of emails that make agents want to unsubscribe from our own company emails. So that's the risk that we run of, everybody being able to email 1,000 agents in the company, and all of a sudden, people are unhappy about that. But if that's something you really need to do and you're a listing agent that would want to do that, just work individually with your MTS to help you find the offices that are important to you.
Thank you.
All righty, and now I'm going to turn this over to Jess. Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. Katie is next. Thank
Yep.
you, everybody.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome.
So another important part of your listing is the pictures. Obviously, that's what people view online first. So you need to make sure that your photos are done by a professional, because I know it's super easy to go in there with your iPhone. Some of them have super nice cameras, but just like you're an expert in the real estate information, you want an expert photographer doing your photos for you. So one thing you can do to sort of partner with them is make a list of the photos that you want. So if you want to highlight a certain area of the house, make sure they get that in the photo, so you can use that. You can turn on all the lights, and if the house is dark, think about bringing extra lights. Ask your photographer if they have lights as well, so they might bring them. Make sure the house is neat and tidy, remove clutter from any surface. And then when you put the photos into the MLS, you want to arrange them in a way that reflects walking through the house. So it sort of gives the viewer the flow that they're actually going to see once they see the house in person. And then a bonus, you could include a floor plan and a video, because people are visual, and offering floor plans gives them a better idea of how the house flows. So we have some examples here to show you the good versus the bad in photos. So as you can see, the main photo of the house, the good, we're up close, it's nice and bright. We see the whole exterior. And then when you look at the bad one, we're a little bit far away. And even though you're seeing like these beautiful trees that line the house, you're also seeing the street, which isn't that great. Especially like seeing those double yellow lines and that shadow, it just takes away from the actual house curb appeal. And then as for the kitchen, you can see that the good, everything is bright, airy. You can see the whole thing, we're zoomed out nicely. And if you look at the bad, it's a little bit dark. Obviously the cabinets are not white, so it's going to be a little bit darker, but the kitchen is also cut off. So we're not seeing like the right side, what's on this side of the stove. And it's just a weird angle. So it's showing the kitchen, but not in its best light. And then for bathrooms and bedrooms, you can see the good, shower curtains open. So you're seeing the whole thing, gives it more space. The toilet bowl is closed because the open toilet bowl sort of gives you a weird sense of dirtiness, I guess. I don't know. So you want that to be closed. You want all the lights to be on. And then if you look at the bad, we sort of don't even see what's going on the right side, like where that towel is. So again, you want the proper angle that really shows off everything. And then in the bedroom, you can see that in the good, the bed is made, windows are open, it's nice and bright. And in the bad, there's a little bit of clutter on the bed, there's a random table that's probably like a work from home surface. And then the curtain is weird. Walls are blank. So these are things just to look out for. These, I think, were all taken from the MLS from an MTS. So these are actual pictures that were on the MLS that people put that they shouldn't have. So as you can see, the good versus the bad there. And then another thing that's important is copy, which Tina will talk about.
Hi, this is Tina. I'm going to speak today about how to write a real estate listing description that sells. So as agents, we know our main goal is to sell, and we are very good verbally, but verbally comes after what our clients and potential buyers read what we have written. So 93% of home buyers shop online for properties. This means that your real estate listing description matters more than ever. A great listing is written to cast the property in its best light while making you look professional for your potential buyers. So I have this 8 tips. I'm also going to set up a workshop in October, and it just came that, this slide just, aligned with it. So around end or mid of October, I will send out an email and we all can join. I'll like send out a Zoom link to all the MTS team. So the 8 tips are that describe the property accurately. So it seems like a no-brainer, but the very basic description and the flow, how we write, as you see here, the good and the bad. Here it says elegant 1-bedroom condo with 2nd-story loft area, perfect for additional bedrooms, separate office space, located in a vibrant Washington Square West neighborhood. So you see the flow here, starting from the rooms, and it's not showing the very basic information that it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, blah, 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 because that's going to be listed anyways. So using this small space that you have in the best possible way to reflect and like show the property in the best way. And for example, if it's a smaller space, if it's just 900 square foot, we can say it's a cozy space in place of saying it's small. Then avoiding red flag words. So the red flag words can be anything from, fixer, TLC, cosmetic. So all these words are like noted by like Zillow as the red flag words. There are also words that add value. If it's a luxury listing or if there's a jacuzzi in the bath, we can say luxurious bath, like luxurious master bath, or say it's very neatly landscaped. So, like basically adding value by using words that add value, highlighting the unique features, making sure that the grammar is correct. And we are here to help you. I mean, if you want us to, read through the copy for you, you can just email it to us. We can, like help you. We are here, And then use of great photos, as like Katie mentioned, is one of the keys as well. So I will hand this next slide to Claudia.
Next, we're going to talk about your marketing, the marketing of your just listed property. And so it's important to remember the marketing trinity: digital, print, and social. As far as digital media, we have a couple of different options that you can post to your social, which is the just listed template or a landing page. That is also great for lead generation. You can create digital flyers that you can use on your social and also email to your CRM database, which is important to let them know when you have a new listing. Even if it doesn't necessarily match their criteria, they may know someone who's in the market who maybe would be interested. So it's a great idea to email your listing just listed to your database. You also want to make sure you Google the property address and you see how it appears online. Make sure everything is consistent online, whether it's on your social media, on your website, showing up on Google. You want to make sure that the flow is consistent throughout. And you want to make sure that the information and the photos, all match throughout as well, that they're all carrying over through. If you have a video tour, it's great. You can add that to a custom page. You can add that to your the link to your Facebook. So a lot of great things that you can do there with digital. As far as print media, the Weichert Design Center has a lot of great options as well. We want to make sure that we're sending the just listed cards and creating those property brochures to make sure that our sellers can see the professional marketing that we're providing to them. It's a great way to brand yourself, and it's also a great item to keep in your portfolio for future listing presentations so that you can show what kind of professional branding you offer to your clients. And doing all those things keeps your branding consistent between the Weichert Design Center, the social media templates, and the email templates. Everything has consistent branding. So it presents you in a very professional manner, and it markets your listing to different people in many different ways. So it's important to remember the 3 marketing strategies.
Okay, for the print, for the printed flyers, is that one that you're showing here? Is that in Weichert Design Center?
That particular layout, I would have to see. That might be the back of a flyer. But if we have, you can do Weichert Design Center flyers. We also have a property flyer in the Weichert project section, which you could, where your listing presentation is. It's not
right.
This particular. Are you interested in this particular layout?
Is it available in that layout with more than one photo?
You can do property brochures with more than one photo in the design center. This particular one I would have to look and see, but there you can do multi-photo brochures in the design center.
In the design center, but I wondered if we can do them for free in the.
You can in the project section. They do have a single photo and they have a multi-photo option. In the project section where you would do your listing presentation, you can also do a property flyer, and you do have a multi-photo option there. That's
great.
free.
Great, yeah, that's in the listing presentation. Okay.
Yeah,
I would just like to add one thing to that answer, that also in like Garden State MLS, there is an option for, downloading a brochure with like multiple, photos there with the listing information and your picture as an agent and your details. And it's free to download that. And you can just print it at your office.
Oh, that's in Garden State.
Garden State is.
any other questions?
What would happen if you're not a member of Garden State?
You could always utilize the brochure, the flyer that's in the project section of your My Weichert system.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would encourage everyone to utilize the Weichert marketing materials that sets you aside. So always use that those options as opposed to using the MLS system. Because then you look the same as any other agent. And yes, these are absolutely available when you go to Weichert Tools and your listing presentations, the same section you create that, you can create these multi-photo flyers for free.
And if you're looking for flyer options, you can always reach out to us, your MTS, and we can help you to find what you're looking for.
And I also have them at my open houses. That's why.
I'm sorry?
I also use the flyer at my open houses.
Yeah. Yes, you can use them in several different ways. You can print them as a PDF. You can email them. You can use them to leave in the listings for people when they visit. So they do have multi-purposes.
For printed, yeah, you want to have them at your open house.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, thank you, Claudia. So I am going to be going over the social aspect of the marketing trinity. So I just wanted to go over some best practices for social media when you have a listing, because as we all know, it does have a big impact on our business, and social media is one of those things that is really important in today, especially as a real estate agent. So one of the first things when you have a new listing is you should be using a property boost through KV Core. Also promoting or boosting the listing on your Facebook business page. So as a realtor, it is important that you have a business page. If you don't have one, I would definitely reach out to your MTS so we can help you put that together, because there are some differences of what you're allowed to do on a personal page in regards to a business page. Also creating a landing page to post and boost on your business page. So the good thing about the playbooks is that you do not have to create a landing page from scratch. As some of you may know before, that was like very tedious and it was very time consuming. So the playbooks does us a really good favor of creating that for us. All we have to do is copy that link and post it or send it to wherever it is that we like. And then also with video, you want to mention key points and keeping it short and sweet to the point when you are making videos for social media. You want your viewers to come back and you want them to be questioning about, you know, maybe how much the price is, you know, any little thing that they might be wondering, you want them to come back to you. So that's one of the key things. Let me go to the next slide. Okay. And then lastly is just spreading the word. So once you have all the ingredients to your marketing campaign, it's then time to act. Know your budget that you've set aside and then use it. Start with a strong push when the property is first listed, but don't forget to save some for further promotion if the property remains on the market. Remember to promote when the listing is under contract and when it is sold. So if you're doing just sold cards, if you're promoting it through the property social media templates that we have in Weichert Design Center, you always just want to make sure that you're staying relevant. And then using the free resources that are also available in My Weichert. Again, through My Weichert, we can do mass emails. We have the playbooks option, matching buyers in your CRM. So when all of these ingredients come together, it's just setting you up for a recipe of success. The only thing is that that we just recommend is that you just have to do it, right? It's just the little steps that are going to make a difference in the end for you when it comes to having a listing and how you're going to set yourself apart as a Weichert agent. And then just continuing to push forward with that. So that's all we have today. Does anybody have any questions about anything?
I know we mentioned like playbooks, landing pages, property flyers. So if you have any questions about any of that or listings in general, you can ask them before we start our game. If not, I'll share.
Is it okay if I share my screen? I just want to show everybody where to find that, the property brochure.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Oh. You're muted. Sorry.
There we go. That's better. All right. So you're going to look for your projects, right? And so you got your listing presentations, leave behinds and more. So go in, you can create a customer. In this case, I'll pick somebody, a sample one that I already put together, right? I click on that and you have your option here. I can edit the profile. So as an example, I see I typed my name wrong, right? Real quickly, I was just putting it in and grabbed any photos that I had to put in. I could plug that in, make the change. Pick one of your photos as a default. I just picked a few photos that were on my, on my laptop real quick, just to give you an example. So I hit next. And now I can either do my listing presentation, leave behind, or in the case of what we're talking about, your property flyer. So I'm going to start that flyer. And I can see the one-page flyer, which just has the main photo of the property. Now, you see the photo of Jessica there. You'd have a photo of the whole house. I just grabbed a quick photo that was available. Okay, I'm going to pick a different option, a 3-page flyer option, which is going to give me one main photo on the front. And then when you print it on the back, you can have either 3 photos or you can have 4 photos. So you have different options for that. Okay, so in option 1, so this is your page 1. This orange box is going to be the whole photo of the property. and then your written description. And again, follow the guidelines that our MTS team just shared about writing descriptions. Certainly reach out to them if you need help, being creative with the wording. Page 2, you have your option for your additional 4 photos, all of your contact information for your manager and any team members, or all under one roof members if you want to post them on there. And you could have this be a 2-page brochure, or you could make it a 3-page brochure, your choice. But these would be ideal and great for your open houses, marketing the property, leaving them at the property with all of your details. And these are 100% free and easy for you to produce and have done ready at your next open house, or even bring a sample on the listing appointment to the client. All right, thank you, everybody.
Hey, Jim.
Yes, hi, Marlene.
Yeah, hi. I'm just curious, could you clarify? I know the 2-sided flyer is considered a 2-page. When you talk about a 3-page, I'm just trying to understand how that presents.
Well, you just have it as, you're just going to be stapling together a 3-page, flyer, would be stapled together. You don't have to print it on double-sided, but if it were me and I was making a 3-page, I would make the 3-page, and on the 4th page, that way it would be 2-sided. So I'd have 2 pieces of paper, both double-sided. On the 4th page, I would probably include my affordability page that your mortgage advisor could help you put together. Or maybe a big QR code, right? To take them to the property listing on your web page for that listing.
Jim, can I share my screen? Like, I have a flyer that's with the branding.
Great.
And
Go ahead, Tina.
everything. Thank you. So can you see my screen?
It's coming up.
Yes.
Okay, so this flyer, it's a PDF, and I made a combination using our branding and downloading from what Jim showed, and the Garden State. So everything is a combination, and like you can see, this is here as well.
You made this.
It's a 2-page.
Yeah, this is custom. This is custom. You made it.
Custom. So I just created first time for my agent, and then anytime in the future they can go and just edit. So I like send them a Word copy, and they'll just go edit this right here and up here. But all this on the side, like their information, everything else stays as is. So you can see he has a QR code, so you can send a seller evaluation or your own testimonials or link to your website.
So our MTSs could help us create a custom one like this.
Yes, the first time, and then you can go and edit it as you need. Yes.
Right. Well, if it's a PDF, I don't know.
I mean, we can save this in a Word, and then you can save it as a PDF when you're trying to print.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay, I have to figure out how to get back to stop sharing my screen. Okay.
I want to see if I'm smarter than an MTS.
All right, let's try. So hopefully I'm sharing the sound to this. We'll see in a second. Did anyone hear that? All right, so we're going to each read a couple of questions, each MTS, and we encourage you to unmute your microphones and sort of just shout out if you know it or not. There's no money prize, even though we have all these here. There's just bragging rights, and then you can win a free consultation with your MTS if you want afterwards. You could just ask them to meet with you. I think that's a good prize, right? All right, so if we're ready, we're just going to sort of go through each grade and see if you're smarter than your MTS. So as you know, we have KV Core as our software, but what did we rebrand it to be named?
My Wiker.
My
Good job. Can you hear the sound effects?
Yes.
Okay, good. Does anybody know what the initials CRM stand for? We have Client Response Manager, Customer Relationship Manager,
That one.
Custom Relationship Maximizer, or Client
Customer
Retention
Customer relationship
Manager.
manager.
Customer relationship manager.
Let's see. Good job.
I thought it was Client Retaliation Manager.
Occasionally,
That wasn't
very,
even.
very rare, but
All right, Jessica, if you'd like to read our second grade questions.
Okay, so what is the name of the status for past clients in your CRM?
Fear.
archived.
Closed.
We have a lot of different
Closed.
answers.
Sphere,
Closed.
archived,
Closed.
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 I'm hearing mostly closed.
Let's see.
Good job.
Yes, closed is correct.
Occasionally people put them in a sphere, but you want to keep them as closed because you contact them differently than you would your sphere.
Correct. Okay, so the next question is, what are the two statuses that you are allowed to text message from your smart CRM?
New lead and active lead.
Yeah.
New lead and active lead.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, wrong.
Oh,
So this one's a little bit tricky
Very
because
close.
you're allowed to text message anybody who gives you permission. So in that case, your sphere and your closed, you've already been contacting them, you're friends with them. So those are the ones that you can definitely text message. But once you get the permission of your prospects, your leads, everybody, then you could text message them as well.
okay.
Can a sphere or closed unsubscribe to texting, or are they unable to?
No, they can unsubscribe.
They can, yeah.
Oh. So then
Yeah, we
you
have the
wouldn't-
little thing now that says like, if you want to stop text messaging, reply stop or something like that. So
So what was that question again? Which ones can you?
yes, like who do
Okay.
you have
Permission to.
automatic
text.
permission? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, automatic, okay, all right.
Oh, so that's through the CRM. That's more or less sort of a guide. In other words, it won't let you go there because of the software's limiting its ability, right?
No, I think it's an assumed permission because of your transaction history with them, but they still have the ability to unsubscribe and then you wouldn't be able to.
Right. Yeah, like an assumed permission. Because
Right,
you're
but that-
already,
That's
Right.
still through my Wiker. If you took their phone number, you put it in your phone, you can text them.
true.
Okay.
All right, Matt will read our third grade questions.
So where do you click on the My Wiker dashboard to view who opened your emails? Playbooks, company cloud, email events, or send email?
Email events.
Email events.
Let's check.
All right, so what tool allows you to email your database listings automatically?
auto emails.
Search alerts.
Market
Yeah.
reports.
Oh, we got a lot of different guesses.
Auto emails.
Auto emails.
All right, let's check.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nope, it's actually search alerts.
Said
which I did
that.
here.
Who said that? Search
Oh,
alert.
got us.
Yeah, so if you set them up on a search alert,
Yeah.
They're automatically pulled from the MLS, whatever meets their criteria, and that will email listings to them automatically.
Yeah, KV Core uses the term search alerts. The MLS uses auto email term.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right,
That's
yes.
confusing then, sorry.
That's why.
Talking about KV
Quick
Core.
question, because it also says automatically, so
Yeah,
people thought auto.
right.
Mhm. I didn't make up these answers, just so you know. Don't get mad.
KV Core doesn't have auto emails.
All right, Tina, would you like to read our 4th grade question?
What can show a seller the amount of potential buyers Weichert has available for their property? CMA Builder, Market Report, Pitch Sheet, Playbook.
Pitch sheet.
Pitch sheet.
I do not know the answer.
Check it out. So you can find your pitch sheet in your manual listings, and it will sort of give you like a funnel of all the available buyers in Weichert, in your town, in your price range. So it's a nice thing to add to your listing presentations, actually.
Yeah, it's a great tool to bring to a listing presentation.
Where do we find the pitch sheet?
We can show you after the game. I'll make a note.
What is the feature that takes you step by step when marketing new listings? Search alerts, market reports, pitch sheet, playbooks. I know the answer for sure. Playbooks, yeah.
Seems to make
I heard-
sense.
Playbooks, let's check.
Main theme of this presentation.
Yes.
If you didn't know that one, that would be bad.
Right.
All right, Claudia will read our 5th grade question.
Where would a lead go to find the valuation of their home? CMA Builder, Zillow, sell page on your agent website, or a neighbor?
Sell page on your agent website.
I'm glad no one said Zillow.
Right.
A neighbor.
But they all go to Zillow.
What is the name of the tool that automatically
Computer
helps
Smart
with
Campaign.
search alerts, smart campaign,
Yes.
blog posts,
Smart
or
campaign.
playbook?
Our campaign.
Our campaign.
Our campaign.
Check. Good job. All right, we have one final question. And it is, which are not free in My Weichert? Email, calling, texting, search alerts, smart campaigns, and playbooks, CRM management, hashtags, and your agent website, or voicemail drop, property boost, and
Voicemail,
a vanity
property
domain.
Voicemail.
You know,
Vanity domain.
We'll check. So you can pay for a voicemail drop that sort of allows you to leave a voicemail to your CRM without actually calling them, which is nice if you are trying to call a lot of people.
Okay, cool.
Your property boost is to your Facebook page, and then your vanity domain, you can hook up to your Weichert website if you'd like. All available in the marketplace.
I think that's the potential earnings if you use all the stuff you talked about.
Ah, there you go.
That's good. I like it.
Love it.
So where you can find your pitch sheet. If you go to listings and then manual listings, you'll have to actually add your listing with this green button. And then you can click on one here. And then this button here will view your
Nice.
pitch sheet.
Yeah.
So it takes a few minutes to sort of get in there once you put the manual listing in, but this is for Marlene. She's on the call right now, so I'm just using your listing here. But you can see you have your address, your price range, your beds and baths, and then it sort of pulls from all of Weichert and gives you active buyers that could be potential buyers for your lister.
So can we do this for, how do we do, I've never used it. So can we do this for It has to be an existing listing already in the system?
No, so that's what's good about the manual listing.
Okay.
If you put it in, again, like with this little button, you have to choose if it's exclusive, coming soon, or what's the third one? Does anyone know?
Can we do it for
Or sold.
Listing
hypothetical? Or,
presentation.
Yeah. So in that case, I would do it as an exclusive. That wouldn't come up on the pitch sheet. That's just for your information here.
No, suppose we're going out for a listing presentation.
right.
Mhm.
That's exactly what she's saying, is put it in as exclusive. It's, even though it's not technically a listing we have, or that's gonna show up anywhere else. This is just for you to be able to create that pitch sheet.
So so you're going too fast. So you hit add listing, but you have to choose what kind of listing it is?
Yeah, so if we just do 123 Main Street,
Uh-huh.
we'll pick it there. You go next. And then listing type here. So you do coming soon, exclusive, or sold.
Okay.
So we just do exclusive, and then
Right.
you do bedrooms, bathrooms,
Right.
and then you want to do price, because those are like the three most important things that it pulls from. Where's that at? And then all of your details here, you can get super detailed, or because it's for your listing presentation, you can sort of go vague.
Okay.
And then,
Maybe price is another.
Price was on tab.
what happened?
I believe it's the next one that has the price, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's another section.
You could do a photo, you don't have to because it's not on the pitch sheet.
Right.
Okay, and then price, we'll just do 600,000.
Okay.
And then here you want to leave that toggled off so it doesn't appear anywhere other than in your manual listing list. And then you go finish. So then it pops up here as my manual listing, and then generate pitch sheet. So once you do that, it'll process. It takes a few minutes, but it'll email it to you, or it'll be right there once it's done.
All
So
right,
then,
that's fair.
so then pretty much for the information for bedrooms and taxes and what have you, you have to basically interview your prospective client first to get that information.
You can get it off the tax records.
Right.
Well, you don't know if the house you're going to has 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms or the style or basement or
Right.
what have you.
Right, you'd have to know that, and you'd have to know what a price you want to price it at.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Right.
If you throw a price on there, then you know, potentially the client, prospect is gonna say, well, you think my house is worth 675? You know, brand X said it was worth 725, so.
Yeah, but you know,
You're
but
right.
you know, Gary, I think that this is good for like a step 2. So after
Yeah,
step 1, you have all that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
But
you
this
have
isn't-
the
oh, yeah.
evaluation.
This doesn't make sense. 2 million active buyers in our office?
That's
So it's.
That
the
is Wykert as a
cumulative-
whole.
Correct.
Right? Mhm.
What's
So
it called? I'm sorry,
it's
Jim,
to
you're a
say
little
in our,
garbled.
it says in our office, because that's weird. Okay.
Where does that info pull from? You were a little garbled, Jim.
That's all of your, that's all of the buyers, all of the contacts that are in my Wykert under our brokerage.
For the
Then
company.
Then you
and
have
For the
buyers
company,
at that price point.
not just the warrant office or Watchung office.
Right, exactly. Then you
no,
have,
because there's not 2 million Wykert agents, but
no, it's
there's-
buyer, it's
Yeah,
potential buyers,
Buyers
which
that
is
are in the
Right.
system.
total contacts.
Yeah.
Total contacts. Then you have the buyers in that price point, narrows it down. And then so it funnels it down to how many are active in the specific Warren area at that price point.
Oh, so that's so the first one is anybody in the CRM who's indicated as being a buyer in any Wykert agent's CRM.
Correct.
Right.
So why say in our office? Why not
Yeah.
just put it in Wykert?
Wykert.
It's a format that comes out through the provider.
Understand that, but isn't that
We
kind
have-
of
we have one
convincing the
account.
buyer?
Yeah, we have one count. The whole point, you know, let's not lose focus of what the point is. right? Don't get in the weeds. Your point is that you want people to realize we have access to 2.5 million people in a database. So, that's the primary focus you want to be thinking about. Because
Right,
sellers,
even if you
sellers
start
want to know
off
how many people can you
exclusive.
introduce me to?
Yeah,
Sorry.
but it's only the buyers that are in a CRM. So there could be more than that is what I'm getting at, because if there's some agents that aren't using the CRM.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's just the ones that are in the agents who are using the CRM that have indicated these are the buyers. And then there's 18 active buyers at 675 in Warren Township in Weichert agents CRM.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah.
I actually have a question about that. So let's say I want to utilize an email blast to the 18 in my office or the 43.
Right.
Is that something that can actually be done, or we have to rely on our colleagues and other agents to send it specifically to their CRM? Or somehow is there some kind of smart technology where basically at a push of a button, I can have all 43 receive the info?
Isn't it through the playbook?
Correct. 100%
Yes.
correct. The listing
Yeah.
plan.
So when you
Bonus
send out
point.
that initial email to your office saying that you have a new listing, there's a find matching buyers button. So hopefully they'll click that and they'll find whoever's in their CRM that matches all this criteria.
But the other agents have to do that. I can't do that on their behalf, right?
Right.
Mhm.
You can find matching buyers in your specific CRM, but not others.
Right, but this is exactly what the playbook does, right? Isn't it supposed to be getting it to them, those 18, for example?
Yes, that's the goal.
That is smarter than a sixth grader.
All right. Any other questions? Don't see any in the chat.
The game was fun. Good job.
Good. So again, the prize is anybody here can have a free meeting with their MTS. Just give them a call or an email, and we'll set something up.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
coming.
you, everybody.
Good
That's
job,
great.
everybody. Have a great
Yep.
day.
Thank
Good.
you.
Don't forget to send those refer and earn opportunities in. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye.